Alright guys, to wrap up this assignment, what I want you to do is create a couple of views of your design, all of your light fixtures, and one that kind of focuses on whatever it is that you brought into Rhino, that custom piece. To do that, I want a couple of things I want you to think about. So I'm just going to create a view, camera view. Just call that, like, one of them can be called the pendant. So what you should have is one custom-made pendant, and then one custom-made sconce, and then a custom other piece, whether it's a wall form, a piece of furniture, and or some kind of ceiling piece like what I'm showing here. And so we open up Enscape, and I'm going to just cover a couple of things I've found out while preparing these videos. Enscape doesn't like to go from perspective to orthographic projections. So if you want to kind of hold on to the perspective or hold on to the orthographic, I think I have a solution. Alright, so here we are. Let's just look at our views. We have our plan. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into it, and I'm going to create a preset. And to do that, to your settings and hit this guy right here. And so this is orthographic. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rename this one orthographic. You can also, if you want like a certain, sky or whatnot, you could kind of label it and such. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to create one that is perspective, and that's set to perspective. And so in here, I'm going to set it. This is my plan, so I will be fine with it being on. I'm going to go to my section and to make sure that it's set up to be orthographic. And then I have my pendant. Apparently I had one before. Let's see if this one, new one. Okay. Do this one. Set it up to be perspective. What you to do for these views is I'd like you to play with the field of view. So what I'm trying to do is capture kind of all three in this, and then I'm going to play with this field of view and the exposure a little bit. See it getting blurry. I'm going to do that right there. Actually, you have to be careful which one you're on. So there, I'm going to hit that, maybe about 7%. Alright. So then when I to the same over here. This could be Scott's. you to find a cool rendering of each of your pieces. I'm not going to do the cloud, but you can take care of that. And then obviously at some point you want to reveal your LED and your cove lighting, but all I need from that is that you show they're evident in your perspectives. And would be evident in perhaps your section, depending on where you have it. Okay, I think that's about it. So bring those into your Illustrator file. So you should have essentially a sheet for each rendering, a sheet for each the plan, the sections, and then alongside your design elements, basically the 3 custom pieces. You see a 4th one here, but don't worry about that. Your pendant, your sconce, and the cloud or custom piece. I want you to write a paragraph about your design intent for the piece. To be lengthy, it doesn't have to be. I just wanted you to have basically as if you were trying to present that piece. Again, we're not going to really get into the design, but I want you to have some kind of evidence that your thought process when you created it. Okay, I think the only last thing I should show you is in Illustrator how to export. Kind of a nice, easy, simple way to do that. Okay, so in Illustrator, you have these artboards. If you happen to have, in this case I have one of my images is kind of floating on top of another one. You can crop images just by using the crop feature, and at that point you can kind of downsize them to kind of fit within the artboard. But that's not what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you an export feature. So each of your artboards has a name. They come up with basically generic names. What you can do is turn on artboards, and then over here you can start to label each one. So I double clicked on it so I could activate just the naming. Label them however you're supposed to. I haven't finished this one. You guys should. Make sure you finish. And I haven't added my but I wanted to show you how to do this. So then you would go into export, export for screens, and then you'll see these all come up, and you see that they're labeled as such. You can click on one and only export that one, or you can click on them all. You can also do it up here, click on all, and do the range however you need to. So if you're only exporting one or updating one, then you do it there. The thing about this is that they will come in properly, so I can just kind of, and you can also you can increase their size if you, for whatever reason, there's no reason to do that, but it has a lot of other kind of features, but you're not going to need them at this point. So we'll just export. Labeled, and yeah, I'll just have you insert each of these images, and we'll go from there.